Okay, hi guys. Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I don't have an intro, so we're just gonna go with that. This is kind of the first serious video I've ever filmed, so also it looks like I'm just wearing strings, but I actually do have a top on. Filming a video about A-levels and the truth about A-levels and sixth form, and also the truth about a gap year and some advice for both of you. Didn't think I'll make it out alive, but I'm here. Let's start off with A-levels, because when I tell you, I feel like majority, I'm not going to say everyone because I know there are some people, but majority will relate and understand what I'm going to say. Let me just quickly say, before you take your A-levels, make sure you look into other options, because let me tell y'all, I should have gone to college. A-levels is the biggest scam you will ever encounter. It's a mockery, because when you do them, you really think it's the end of the world, and when you pass them, or like, because you might not pass, I'm gonna be real, when you get on the other side and you finish them, it's kind of like, wow, that was not worth it, all that stress. I'm gonna be real, it's not for everyone. A-levels is not for everyone. If I could go back, I would not have done A-levels. Everything happens for a reason. It's just the type of thing of, if I could go back, I wouldn't have taken A-levels. It was not worth my stress. You can go to university without A-levels. You can go with a college diploma or whatever it is that you get in college. The only issue with college is that it's very specific. Like, you normally, majority of the time, only do one course, say like photography or like science, that BTEC applied science thing. A lot of the time, you have to do something within that realm if you go and do it at uni. Whereas if you do A-levels, you have kind of three different choices really of what you want to do. Your exams are going to come around very, very quick. When I was in A-levels, I was sitting there every weekend, whatever, linking up with friends. It got to like December time where I did my mocks, like January, December. And I was like, yeah, it's fine, like, whatever. You need to remember, these are 2 years worth of content. You revising for 2 months is not gonna cover it. I'm so sorry. I wish it would as well. If I could go back, I would revise a lot earlier and I'd take it a lot more seriously. You will realise these are not a joke. I feel like the jump between GCSE and A-level is so big, and people don't realise that it is so big. I just want to put that out there. Realistically, you're meant to be revising this content, but I'm gonna keep it real. You're not gonna be doing that. Well, they're gonna be the worst 2-year experience of your life. There's been a whole pandemic and it still hasn't been worse than A-levels. It was just so much unnecessary stress. Like, when, as I said, when you come out on the other side, you're gonna realise, never again. I said to my mum, if I fail my A-levels in year 13, I'm not retaking. I don't know if it was my sixth form, don't know if it was me, don't know if it was A-levels I chose. By the way, the A-levels I did was biology, psychology and art and design. It's not what you expect, because when you do your GCSEs and you hear, oh my god, you can do 3 subjects and these are the 3, you don't have to do maths, English, you don't have to pick 10 subjects to do. They sell it to you like it's a dream. And I looked into doing psychology, that they advertise it is a lot different to how it actually is. It's not what you think, it really isn't. One thing that is a really good plus of A-levels is that you will gain really, really good friends. I feel like when you're in A-levels, that age bracket 16 to 18 is where you have a lot of development. You go through a lot of experiences. You'll want to experience loads of different things as well. Like, there's my best friend, she went to my school, never spoke to her for 5 years. Sixth form came around, we were like there. I think there's like 2 people that I stayed close with, that I was friends with, or like 3 people that I stayed close with, and one of the girls that didn't go to my sixth form, she went to a different sixth form. My best friend, I got close to in sixth form. My brother, like, my guy best friend went to my sixth form. He also went to my school, but we got really close in sixth form. Because realistically, the friends that you have in school just aren't it. But like when you get older and mature a bit more, you get what I'm saying. You get what I'm saying. When you go to sixth form, a lot of the time you're pushed towards going to university, and they do what in my sixth form they said there were other options. They gave it all, like they sold it like there was loads of options. Really and truly, they only suggested uni for me, so I took it upon myself to not go to uni because, do you know me, do I ever listen to people when they tell me to do things? No, I don't listen. I'm hard-is. Things like gap years are an option, apprenticeships are an option, full-time work is an option. There's different pathways, so you need to go out of your own way. I feel like that's why a lot of people apply for uni and then drop out, because they're pushed so much towards going to uni rather than other things, because they don't really have the time during A-levels to look into doing other things like apprenticeships or full-time work or taking a gap year. Like, it's not really handed to you like that, whereas uni is, and they give you a lot of support in school. So I was really confused. I wasn't thinking about anything else apart from passing these exams. Like, in my mind in year 13 was, I just need to pass these exams. I can't think about uni right now. I need to just pass these exams. I can't think about where I want to go. I can't think about what I want to do. I can't think about my personal statement. I can't think about any of that. I just need to go and finish these exams and pass. So if you're the same as me and you feel like you need to take a gap year, do it. You don't have to apply for uni when you're doing your A-levels. If it is a lot of work, if you're in the same boat as me. Now let me tell you a little something about gap years, because not everyone takes a gap year. But I feel like when you do, you can always tell when someone's taking a gap year. You will learn so much about yourself, about life, about other people. You will just learn a lot. So I feel like it depends on what job you do and what you do in your gap year. But for me personally, I worked full-time in central London in my gap year. I was doing like 14-hour shifts, but I was meeting new people every day with the job I was doing. And I got so much more confident with my job. I gained so many skills and I got work experience. So like now, me going to, I don't know if I would be ready to go to uni last year, but this year I'm like, I'm gonna go meet new people. I'm gonna they're all gonna come on my YouTube, you know, like I'm excited for that. But I feel like my gap year did that to me. So you need to think about your options for what you're going to do the year after your gap years, because that gap year, it's very dangerous. This is why I feel like it's a little bit taboo to take a gap year, because a lot of people see it as an opportunity to be lazy, and it's really not. I feel like you have to work 10 times harder than when you're in your gap year than compared to when you go to uni or if you're doing an apprenticeship, because that's handed to you. Your gap year, you're left completely by yourself. You have no support of anyone else but yourself. You need to take your initiative and look into what you're going to do after your gap year. If you're going to carry on working, if you realise that full-time work is for you, if you maybe realise in your gap year, I want to, you know, still be guided, maybe do a degree on the side and do a degree apprenticeship because you like working, maybe do that. If you decided, no, I want to get back into education, I want to follow my career goals, and maybe for your career goals you have to go to uni, or maybe you just want to study that subject at degree level, then you can do that as well. I realised in my gap year that I'm not ready to work full time, which is also completely fine. Another reason for a gap year, I was halfway through my gap year just before the pandemic, and I was going to switch jobs, and I was like, I can't wait until September when I can go to uni because I need to get back into education. But a gap year is a really nice break from education. I needed that break after my A-levels. I'm gonna be real, I needed that break. I couldn't have gone straight into uni. I don't know how people did it, but the biggest tip I have if you're gonna take a gap year is save your money. I have been that person who has not saved one penny from the gap year, and it has been shit. So you need to save your money. You have an opportunity to work full-time, and majority of the time you're living at home, so you really have no excuse. You don't have any bills to pay, no mortgage, no rent, nothing. You're literally, your parents probably providing food for you. Save your money. If you're going to uni next year, save for uni because you're going to need it. Uni is so expensive. Invest in things, maybe open up a savings account if you haven't got one already, and save your bloody money, because I made the mistake of not saving, and I wish I did save, and that's my biggest regret of my gap year. So saving money. Save up and go on holiday, because you're going to want it, especially after your A-levels or whatever you've done the year before. Especially if you're taking a gap year, this is an opportunity for you to travel. Go on as many places as you can. I only went on 2 places in my gap year. I would have gone on way more than 2 places, you guys. Was taking a gap year in a different year, I would have gone to more than 2 places, but I only got the opportunity to go to 2 because a whole pandemic happened in March. So I saved my money from September to December, and I went on holiday February and March. For the first period of your gap year, maybe save up a bit, and then for the second half, go and travel. And my closest friend took a gap year with me, so we kind of just travelled together. I went on one holiday with her. Travel, see the world. You have a whole year to do whatever you want. If you're going to take a gap year, take advantage of it. Do not sit at home all day doing nothing. Don't sit at home all day in your bed like you have been on lockdown. Go out, find a job, get some money, meet new people, experience the world. You have a whole 3-year out of education. You need to imagine you've been in education your whole entire life since you've been about 4 years old. You need a break. You need a break, you know what I'm saying? Like, don't hesitate to take a gap year just because you're worried about uni the next year and going to uni a year later. You will find out a lot of people that go to uni are not 18. Everyone's taking a gap year, everyone's done something with a year out. Like, I feel like a majority of people are 19 going to uni. There's a couple of 20-year-olds, but you shouldn't think, oh my god, I'm going to uni, I'm 19 years old, everyone's going to be younger than me. A lot of people are going to be your age. Don't worry. You get what I'm saying? Like, no one cares. I'm gonna be real. No one cares. But yeah, you guys. Yeah, I really hope this video gave you guys a little bit of an idea behind A-levels, reality of A-levels. Maybe something you can relate to. If you're thinking of taking a gap year, then I'm finished filming this video. Yeah. Anyways, guys, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, or whatever. And I'll see you in my next video. Bye.